Okay, so that was chapter 11 of the collection. And I mean, we're just getting started. I mean, I mean, you really just think that I'm just that was the end. He's just gonna be there. He's just gonna that was gonna end. No. This was one of my favorite chapters to write because it gave me that sense of Kenny was coming into his power. He was coming into everything that um, I was written in the first 10 chapters about. So, I mean, and I decided that I had wanted to do the setting of Castro Street on Halloween because when I had gone myself to Halloween in the Castro, it was just like everything I had described. Like, I had saw so many different things, so many different people, so many different costumes that it was just, it was amazing. And I knew I had to write about it because it you can't make things like that up. So I know I did want to start right into San Francisco. So I wanted to start in Junior's house, and if you have been reading, Junior lives right behind Kenny, so they both stay in Oakland. And I didn't, and I wanted to show the trick or treat side of Halloween too. And so, being an avid trick or treat, an avid Halloween celebrator, and trick or treat person, I had to write about it. And Madison being Junior's, child, I wanted to make some type of um, connection between father and son. Happy Father's Day. So I know I listened to a lot of Man of Steel soundtrack when I was writing this chapter. I know I was listening to a lot of, um, you know, I don't want to call it dark music, but like, battle music that you would hear or that you would see, hear on, I guess, The Lord of the Rings or, something like that. Um, at the end, oh, Ender's Game. I was listening to that soundtrack during this chapter when I was writing this chapter, but I know that it gets more intense in chapter 12. And I mean, you think he just appears from Castro in San Francisco to the Oakland City Hall, at the top of Oakland City Hall. It's like, yeah, it's gonna get deeper. Uh, I really enjoy. This was another chapter that I enjoyed writing because it showed all the friends together, and it showed the connection that they have and the interaction that they had with each other, and how that is the source and the activation of Kenny's, innate power is his friendship, his love for his friends and his family, because Malcolm, being his brother, is there. Um, and we see Christian reveals himself basically to the group of what he can do. And we find out what happens to him in the next chapter. We find out because Valencia is not gone, so we find out what happens to her. We find out why he saw William in the crowd and didn't. We find out what's going on there. Um, but I mean, yeah, I might have to go read this again myself because I really enjoyed this. So it depends on how the week goes. I may read chapter 12 and do this because I'm excited for you guys to hear this. What happens again? What happens next? So um, thank you. This was lovely. I enjoyed sharing this with you. And remember, if you have any questions, let me know. Just go ahead and send me that good old DM, that good old comment section. So thank you again for joining me, and see you next time.